This is Susan Bradley for AskWoody.com. And this has been an unusual week, to say the least. And I'd like to give some of my thoughts about kind of what you and I can do. So first off, I'd recommend that you, if you feel in the mood to donate this week, that you look out for reputable sites like the International Red Cross, UN Refugees, and other places that can help families that are displaced as a result of the actions overseas. Whatever you feel about the issues going on, it's always hard to see families, and especially young kids, at risk. So whatever you can do to donate, I'd urge you to do so. And then I'd also like to recommend that you beef up your own defenses and don't be part of the situation. What I mean by that is there's been a lot of things in the news lately about how not only large businesses but small businesses and consumers could be not taken over, but be their systems used in various attacks like denial of service. And we all know that in the past, routers in particular and consumer setups have been used in denial of service attacks. So one of the things that I'd recommend that you do is just take a look at your router, make sure it's up to date, make sure the BIOS is up to date, make sure it can't be accessed with an easy remote password, and just take the time to review some of the recommendations. There's a site out there called routersecurity.org, and there's a lot of good short list and full list recommendations of what you can do to set up security in your router. Things like turn off UPnP, WPS, making sure that you have a strong SSID, strong password. As it says, periodically check for new firmware. If your device hasn't been updated in years, it's time to look in the marketplace for a new router. As always, come out to the hardware forums and ask people what their recommendations are. Always make sure that your firmware is up to date, and you can just do the best you can in setting up the security in your router. If you're a small business, same kind of concept occurs here. You want to look at the firewall that's on the edge and make sure it's up to date and any definition files that are being installed on it. Also educate your end users on scams and misinformation. It's so easy to get hit by an email, a phishing email, so just be a little bit on the paranoia side and always just double check and say, wait a sec, that scam is trying to get me, and be part of the solution and not part of the problem. We are at DEFCON 1 at this time. That means we recommend that you install all updates for February. Get ready for those March updates that are coming up next month, but right now it's okay to install February updates. It's okay to install 2.1H2. I want to thank you for watching the video, and thank you for coming out to the forums and asking questions. As always, we wouldn't be here without you. So as always, thank you. This is Susan Bradley for AskWoody.com.